Sign up today.
Ready, sir.
Man, I haven't done this in so long.
Ready, sir.
This is my favorite, like... This is my favorite Inspire card. I don't know, I've always loved doing this.
Ready, sir.
Look how stupid this is.
Ready, sir. Ready, sir.
You guys like my sick tempo?
Ready, sir.
Now that I have a giant board, time for my opponent to play Floop's Glorious Goop and just send me back to the fires from whence I came. Cast me into the Shadow Realm, Guff. Destroy me. Yeah. Ah! It's beautiful. I wanted it to happen. It's not a game if I don't cry, you know. What a cool turn I had. Well, wasn't it cool? But Simple Man. Well, there's Malfurion. As we all know, as soon as you play the second hero card, you instantly lose. So, there's that. It's alright. I have everything I need. I guess we're pretty close to dead. No!
Let us celebrate the purity of flame.
I see you brought guests.
Who's the big priest now? I'm well, Heaven's Door. How are you?
My palm is
Big priest might be the ideal opponent for this. And we might lose anyway. Ooh. I was hoping about the new legendary being good. At least it seems fun. I like the... I don't know about the legendary specifically, but the package in general I'm pretty excited about. Oh, Zeph isn't actually gonna... Zeph isn't actually gonna deal with these, huh? Because they don't have death rattles. That's what's up.
My palm is purple.
Pound it, Shadow.
Really red.
Not my handmaiden. Look at all that. I think ideally... oh, I forgot this was in here. And do I just use this now? Yeah. That potentially hoses Blood of Gahoon and Shadow Essence. Really? Okay. Forget how this works. So next turn I can use Zephyrus, and then I can use my own Neptune. I'm hoping multiple new decks show up with the next expansion. I could see it. I guess I gotta play this or this. Unfortunate. But I don't want to overdraw Anduin, you know. The card hiding in secrets kind of reminds me of the Pally Legendary, the cannon guy that summoned 3/3s for every secret. Highest temperature ever recorded in UK is 38.7 degrees. Tomorrow's expected to be 40. Oh wow. Gross. Hey, Spatio. Good old Raza versus Big Priest action. They just can't do anything. Lame. Okay. The silence meant that dies. Oh. I was just gonna do this, but now. Extra large cope, extra large seethe? I'm not really seething. Hey, top deck that. That's funny. I'm just coping.
Legendary battle. This battle is yours.
It's not very fun if you don't want to play a specific deck, though. I'm not saying get rid of regular ladder. I'm saying make that as an option for how you queue. Other games have best of 3 as just an option for queuing ladder, along with
my gratitude.
best of 1 as an option for queuing ladder, and it's fine over there. I don't see why Hearthstone couldn't do it. It's a more popular game. Tabby, thank you so much for the Prime, my friend. I appreciate you. How are you? Hello, Mr. Extra Large Aficionado. What's your best extra large deck thus far? I guess the Dragon Druid I played yesterday. Just because, like, Druid stuff is so strong that it carries. Pain Warlock might be the closest to competitive, but I don't know. I don't think that's very good. They're gonna coin and get extra attack if I don't kill this one now. I float mana if I do this and miss a ping, so I think it's just better to do this. Ideally, I would ping this one and then use this next turn to, like, kill that, and then use this to kill something else, but there you are. What if I only wanted to play a specific deck? That's not too... I just said. Then don't queue that mode. If I don't want to play duels, and you know what I do? I don't play duels. Don't queue Conquest Ladder. I'm not saying take away regular ladder. Ow. No, I don't want it, so it can't exist. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough. Who's my favorite Hearthstone YouTuber? Jordan MG. He's like de facto he's the only one that I watch. Good. He's making like he does like the Hearthstone Jeopardies, which are fun to catch up on. Apart from the fact that they're like fun ideas, frequently people I know are in them, so it's like a double benefit for me. If I don't play this soon, we will never get that Reno. I also don't want to take this damage though. I might regret this, but this way I can keep like, you know, using my ping. I don't want to play Mercenaries, but they put Mercenaries packs and bundles in the middle of quests, monk ass. Yeah, that's its own issue. To be honest, I don't think that that's a bad idea. I think like giving people a cosmetic to try out other modes is actually a good idea. I think that I completely support them on paper, but I feel like I wanted to pull Celt, but I think taking that damage is a mistake. Because like we're so many turns out of drawing Reno. They just do too many iterations. It should be like one bounty to get through the Mercenaries section. Because like if you're not into Mercenaries, it's so brutally long. I also think 2 Battlegrounds in a similar way is probably too much, but I actually kind of like Battlegrounds, so I don't mind. Personally, I don't mind that one as much, but just because I personally don't mind it doesn't mean that it's exempt. Oh, perfect. I actually do have a weapon that draws a card. Stop. Please, no more. It was a pain to make them in 3 servers. Yeah, I actually still haven't done it in... I need to do it on Europe, I think. I've only done it on one of my free-to-plays. And I'm like stuck at the Mercenaries part. That's the part I'm dreading. Stop. Alright, come on, top decks. Let's go. Oh, thank you, top decks. Goodbye.
Give me that. Not what I want.
Why not heal face with my hero power? Okay. I'm dead to smite regardless, right? And that's the only thing I'm dead to. So I can do this.
If power is what you seek, knowledge is what I provide.
And then unless my opponent 1 in 11's the smite off the top of the deck. Ah, why? Why does it have to? Okay, good. Woo! Good. Here we go. We're gonna be rich. Yay! Yay, peas! Yay! How do you feel about this? Yeah! Yeah! Every deck is brain dead except what I like to play. I'm right with you there. If I'm playing a deck, it's the smartest deck ever, and I won't hear otherwise. And everyone else's deck is stupid. If your deck beats mine, it's because your deck is cringe, and not because my deck is bad. Don't listen to people who say that Pirate Rogue is worse than Alignment. I mean, like, from a certain perspective, I could imagine it's true. That's why I was trying to, like, walk myself through it. If you hate combo, or, like, if you like to play combo, I could absolutely see feeling that way, because Pirate Rogue is the last deck that punishes you. Can we just have more games where I get to play instead of only watching my opponent do stuff? That would be very nice. Quest Mage and Alignment Druid are cursed. True. So true. Hey, Elray gifting a sub to Rekvam. Thank you so much, Elray. I appreciate you. Congratulations, Rek. Rekvam, when you win a game, do you tell your opponent to get wrecked? That's what I'd do. I don't mind the meta much from time to time. Nice. I don't mind the meta much outside of Celestial and Swordfish being 3 durability.
Hey, give me that.
I don't know. Pirate Rogue doesn't tilt me even slightly. That's the one, like, I just don't relate at all to Pirate Rogue frustrations. That's not to say that ooh, they play an Epsilon and then I'm doing it. That's not to say that everyone else has to feel that way and people's complaints about Pirate Rogue aren't valid or anything like that. I just relate zero. I think that having a strong aggro deck is good for the game. And I'm okay losing, you know, some games to it because I at least got to play, you know. I at least had a chance of winning.
I hope you like my invention.
Hey, give me that.
Predictable.
I don't mind the meta except for list every deck tier 3 or better. True. True. Decks that can win a game of Hearthstone are incredibly cringe. Well, those sure are some bloods.
Oh, if you're sure.
How do I do this? That can hit both of those.
Hey, give me that.
Oh, if you're sure.
We have to hope that one of these pets that or that pets one of these first, right?
Predictable.
You keep calling me insert deck enjoyer. Truth is, I like winning. Yeah. That's pretty based. I too like winning.
There is no light, only power.
I would like Pillager probably until I figure out how to play it optimally. You would like it until you start to play it well? I guess, yeah, it is kind of like the type of thing where it's probably pretty formulaic once you get the hang of it. Hey, Uriel. They did not draw an Epsilon. They're just getting unlucky. What if they just don't play an Epsilon? Surrender your will to the Cabal. So I know I want to do this. How do I want to handle the rest of this? Drown in shadows. Is Big Priest good for winning? Yeah. Are they like not running Neptulon? Is this a Gahoon only deck? How have they missed it this many times when it's not in their hands? Cut Neptulon. Yep. Oh. There it is. There's the Neptulon. Yeah, I think I'll do this. crushed beneath the endless tide. I'll tell you what. How about you be crushed with the endless tide? Who's crushing now? I know, right? Oh, don't do it back to me. Only I'm allowed to do cheeky stuff. Alright, fine. I find this acceptable. Maybe my Neptulon cost 10. Saving it silly. Rip. Oh, I'm so sad. Why did I do it? I mean, I still get this online, right? Too bad. Do you think the opponent will trigger that secret? Tee-hee. One, two, like, yeah, I mean, like, worst case scenario, we just drop that thing. Nathan. Is Big Priest above tier 4? I would say so. Alright, it's never Pillager Rogue. You good? That's good to hear. What's up, Charles.win? I feel like Neptulon arms kind of screw the res pool a lot. No, it doesn't matter when you kill your opponent. If your opponent is dead, doesn't matter how bad your res pool is. Ta-da! Yeah, you're scared to play anything now, huh? If you play things, it might die. It might die if you play stuff, Nathan. Yeah. Remember when Reno Paladin was tier 2 Copium? Yeah. Pepperidge Farms remembers. Feels right. It's like every Neptulon presents lethal, and it's okay if like it's okay if you res an arm sometimes, but like people just cut resurrect. It's whatever. The time has come to dethrone our former master. Remember when Odd Paladin was sleeper tier S and nobody played it? True. I remember conviction. Res pool mattered when you had to res 50 times to win games with 4 spellstones from Shadow Visions. Games aren't like that anymore. True. You only had to res like once. If at all. Like most of what you do in Big Priest now comes out of the deck anyway. You barely res. And when you do res, you do it with a Discover or with the Spellstone, so. Res, like, doesn't matter at all. One mana Conviction, oh, thank goodness it's gone. Thank goodness it's gone. May it never return. Remember when they destroyed the Wild and Standard with Stormwind? I don't... because I didn't play then. Oh. I think they only destroyed Wild. I think Like, Stormwind changed standard. It deleted wild. You know, like that's my opinion. You know, like it wasn't like there were 3 decks you could play, period. Yeah, like there were in like there was for wild. You know, wild was like you can play this, or you can play this thing that miraculously deals with this, or you can lose. I guess Stormwind deleted like value in standard, right? Like value was gone because you would die at a certain point. But there was still diversity. Do you guys trust Kazakis?
What is in whose will?
I don't. Ah, thank goodness. As long as you tell Kazakis that you don't have faith in him, he'll give you what you want. I think he gets a little self-conscious. We got Crab Rider back. It's only a matter of time for 1 mana conviction. Ugh, I hope not. 1 mana conviction was so like yucky. We didn't get Hand of a Doll back, and Hand of a Doll back is like way more acceptable. Like 2 health Hand of a Doll is like 1,000% more acceptable than 1 mana conviction. I think I shouldn't have played that. I should have pinged this when I was talking. Will Martian ever reconcile streaming and playing games at the same time? Someday. Killed both value and aggro? That's not true. And it's Shadow Priest. But like it changed standard. Like I'm not saying that like it didn't have an effect on standard, but it didn't delete the format, you know, like the wild was like a 1-deck format with like a couple exceptions that were only good because they could somewhat compete into that specific deck. I think that's different, but there's definitely a market for the type of I guess like some people liked how wild Stormwind was too. I would argue less people, but what do I know? Do you think Kazakis to 3 would be an okay buff? It feels kind of bad at the moment. I don't know. I don't. If they buff cards for wild, I don't want them to buff kind of good cards until they're great. I want them to like buff unplayable cards until they're playable. You know, like even just vaguely playable. I want them to go after the stuff that's clearly a mana or two too expensive and make the bring them in line with other mediocre stuff.
Never bring a sword to a fish fight.
I don't want them to just kind of like slowly power creep all older things until they're busted again, you know. I definitely wouldn't want a Kazakis buff until before it gets like cut, you know. Thank goodness. Would have been terrifying to hit smite there. Do you think 1 mana conviction would res Odd Paladin? Maybe. It's really strong. Kazakis still feels strong to me. Like it's not as good as Reno's Seth, but it's basically always feels good to play. I don't think it always feels good to play. I think it frequently feels cope to play. But like it's good enough to make the cut, right? Even in the 30 card version, it's still a good enough card.
The future is clear. Your demise is near.
For you to include, so it's not like it needs a buff. Conviction was balanced. Imagine going from a great matchup to a bad one because he gets soloed by a funny 3/3. Yeah, it's true. Ah, good.
I hope you like my invention.
Oh! Pretty good at Hearthstone, I'd say. Yeah, I'm not the best, but I'm alright. Look at that. I mean, a bad player wouldn't have drawn that, right?
I see you brought guests.
We have turned our curse.
Blizzard, please nerf all the meta cards other than the ones I'm playing. So based. Oh my goodness. Why are you so based, Collateral Fish? That's my exact balance policy. Please, please crush everyone else's decks except for the ones that I like. Ooh, even Warlock. Another classic farmed by Raza Priest deck. I could save this to kill giants, or I could ramp. I think I'll ramp. And then just regret it if it goes wrong. Blizzard, please nerf all cards I have in Golden. Oh my goodness. I would actually downgrade my collection. If they gave us an amnesty day, like a one amnesty day where we could disenchant all of our cards for full dust cost, I wouldn't have a single golden card. And then I'd never pre-order an expansion again. Oh no! Should I play this? Oh. Potentially devastating. Rip. Chat, I made a boo-boo. Chat, Marshy boo-boo. Uh-oh. I don't want their raised dead to be, you know, Neophyte and Etheron. I want to like hope that one of them is Ankle Biter. Alright, I think we're home free. We have reached the stage of the game where Raza Priest always wins. Copium. Guess we'll save this for the next time Unraveler's up. Play the Unraveler. Yeah. Play the Unraveler. It's gonna be cool. Play it. Why not? What could go wrong? What am I gonna do at 8 mana? Yeah. Like, what am I gonna do against an Unraveler?
The light has betrayed me.